Neil, how good are opportunities is to bounce back in European terms and get a good lead?
Well, we're at home, and obviously we want to take a good advantage of Stockholm. I think they're an excellent side, some good players. Seb Larsson, very experienced, rigid, big Scandinavian physical side as you would expect. So it'd be great if we could get on the front foot and play as well as we can. We're free scoring at the minute, so we want to keep that obviously vein of form going.
Given what happened in the Champions League qualifiers, is it a chance to right a wrong in this tournament?
Yeah, obviously the players will want to get back out there and show that we've got some European pedigree. I think, like I said earlier in a couple of press conferences, we've got the makings of a very good team. So I hope that manifests itself tomorrow night.
Is it vital for Celtic to get through this now? Is European football a must?
I think it's important. I think it gives the gravitas for opens the season up and gives us European football going into Christmas. So yeah, an important couple of games now.
Have you tried to keep everyone's feet on the ground in terms of all the criticism that seems to have come your way over the last couple of games?
Yeah, I mean there has to be a sense of perspective, and I can't control that, and there's a little bit of hysteria around things at times, and that's the environment that you're in Glasgow sometimes. We've lost one game, and we scored 3 goals in it, so it's not all doom and gloom, and we have to be bullish about things, look forward. It's a big disappointment to be out of the Champions League, we know that, but the Europa League is a very good competition which we hopefully can prosper in.
Talk about manager has sort of changed over the years, but is that man management aspect of it, is it still as vital, just in keeping everything that sort of even keel?
Man management's always important, whether it be players in form or players out of form, or just putting an arm around a player now and again. Not that many of them need it at the minute, but or plenty of encouragement. Man management has always been a vital cog in a manager's makeup.
Is that something you feel that you sort of thrive on?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, you need to ask other people that. I enjoy the role, I enjoy the good times, but you have to accept when you have a adverse result that it's important that you bounce back and get a reaction, and you show character, and that sets a good example for the rest of the players.
You've obviously got some pretty decent contacts in Sweden. Have you called Johan or Rene up to inquire about AK?
Well, we've had a good look at them. We watched them last week. We've had good reports, thorough reports on them. So yeah, we're prepared and we're ready to go.
So if you're used to that, Luke mentioned the criticism, there's been the knee-jerk reaction by some after the Blues result, and Dunfermline on Saturday, you of course won that game. Is that something that you're used to now?
I wasn't wary of the criticism after the Dunfermline game, because at the end of the day, like I say, you can't control it. So do you ignore it? Well, you don't take any notice of it if it's not there in front of you. People might come up to you and go, oh, hey, such and such said that, and people, they have their jobs to do. There's a narrative going around that we may be a little bit off colour. We're absolutely not, and hopefully the players can go out and show that tomorrow. We're looking forward to the game. We have a big season ahead of us. We're 2 games in. We've scored 12 goals in the 2 games, so I do think people are entitled to criticise me, criticise players, but there has to be a sense of balance sometimes as well.
Is there a reminder as well, sometimes you're building new squads, and the defence has come in for a bit of criticism. These are new players that have come in.
Yeah, and they're not going to hit the ground running, every one of them. So, and we've had to chop and change the defence, and we've had to change our goalkeeper as well. So there's been a lack of continuity there at times with team selection due to suspension or injury, and that's part and parcel of picking a team. But going forward, I'm pretty confident that these players will come through and they will do very well. They've got our total backing with the backroom team, and the more games they play, the better they get, I'm sure.
How are you approaching tomorrow night's match?
In terms of?
Just your approach, the team approach.
No, positive. We're at home. We need to take the game to AIK. I do want us to start the game, better than we did against Cluj. I think that's vitally important. And we've analysed them, the opposition. We've analysed where things could have done better against Cluj and in other games, as you do as you go along. So we're looking forward to it. We're excited about it, and we want to make a mark.
after the AIK game, you've got Hearts at home, AIK away, and then Rangers away. It's early in the season, but how big are the next 2 weeks? Club?
Well, just like every other 2 weeks in the season, you know, the next game's the most important one. So tomorrow night's very important, and I'm not looking any further ahead than that, really.
Yeah, the club's pretty well off financially, so maybe European football is maybe not essential for Celtic this year, but from a football point of view, from your point of view, is it essential that Celtic in Europe?
That'd be great, yeah. I think it's exciting. I think it's great for the development of the players, it's great for the development of the backroom team, myself as a coach, and it's great to go up against European teams, but the fans enjoy it as well. So yeah, it's important.
And so with that in mind, you'll be hoping to recruit. Can you update us on your...
No,
who you want to bring in?
there's no movement on at the minute. We're working, you know, I get asked this every press conference, and I keep saying that, you know, you can throw names at me, and I'm sure you will, but we're not going to talk about names of players affiliated with other clubs. But we are working to bring 3 or 4 players in before the window shuts.
Can I ask you about the recruitment process? Are you happy with that, with what's going on, with the work's being done, with the players that have been brought in?
Yes.
And are these guys that you wanted in?
Yes.
Neil, can I ask you sort of about Tom Boyd's comments? Are you surprised that the club could face
I don't know what the comments are.
Tom Boyd after the Dunfermline game criticised John Beaton and the referee?
I can't comment on that. You know, Boydie's big enough to look after himself on that one.
I think it says a dangerous president of Club TV, you're getting cited for what you say.
Again, I'm not aware of it, so I mean I can't comment on it until I've, you know, had a look at it. You lot are laughing about it, so I don't know if it's a trivial thing or an important thing, but I'm not aware of it, so I can't possibly comment.
Neil, you highlighted that you've been free scoring recently, but you've not kept any clean sheets in the last 4. How important is it for you to get the balance between attack and defence, or are you happy just to attempt to outscore teams?
Well, it's always a risk to do something like that, you know, try and attempt to outscore teams. And obviously with away goals in mind as well, a clean sheet would be imperative tomorrow night. So you make a valid point about, you know, we haven't kept a clean sheet in a few games, and that is, you know, something that we want to work on. But
Sorry.
just going forward, you know, I'm delighted with the amount of chances we're creating and scoring, but you know, obviously Brian will be back tomorrow night, and he will play a pivotal role in making sure that he patrols in front of the back 4.
And can I quickly ask you about new signing Jonathan Affenleby?
Uh-huh.
Have you got anything to add on him?
Jonathan, he's a young striker. He had a very good Euro Under-19s tournament, Irish. He'd been released by Southampton, and the scouts, you know, got good reports on him, so he's coming in, he's training with the first team at the minute, and well, yeah, he's a young player who, you know, we'll hope will progress while he's here, so you know, we want to develop him in the right way.
So is he likely to be with the youth team, or will he be straight into the first team?
Well, he's training with the first team at the minute, and we'll assess that as we go along. He's missed out on a little bit of pre-season work, so he has a bit of catch-up to do as well on that.
Is there any update on Jack Hendry's situations? Possibly there's a couple of clubs interested in loan with him.
Well, he's still not fit, you know, he's still not fully fit, so there has been, you know, a few phone calls about it, but no movement on that just yet.
Is your squad news ahead of?
Well, Hatsam got a kick yesterday, so sort of like in the solar plexus area, so he's a doubt. And the rest of the group, you know, Tom Rodgick, you know, trained for the first time today, which is a real positive, obviously. But probably too soon to put him back in the squad, but you know, we're hoping the rest of the squad looks as if it's healthy.
What do you know about AIK, and is it any player in AIK's Celtic should have more respect for?
Well, I mean, Seb Larsson's a household name here in Britain, you know, and for what he's achieved, not only with his club teams in England, but you know, he's been a great player for Sweden as well. You know, he's still going strong at 34. You know, he's an excellent player and has an excellent career. So set players are very important. You know, his deliveries are excellent. So he would probably be the standout player that maybe the Celtic fans would know about.
And do you see any weaknesses or strengths in AIK?
Well, we've got a bit of both, but you know, wouldn't want to consume that publicly. We'll sort of try and keep that to ourselves.
You have talked with Johan Mjällby before the game?
Yes, I will do. Well, he's an AIK legend and he's a Celtic legend, so he may have divided loyalties going into the game, and obviously he's a very good friend of mine. He was my number 2 here for 4 years in my first spell. So I think he's coming over for the game, so it'll be good to see him.
You have won against the Swedish teams Elfsborg and Helsingborg, but after that Celtic lost against Malmö. What are your experience of meeting Swedish teams?
Tough, Swedes have a great mentality, and the international team has been very successful for a long time. We just let a great Swedish player leave here in the summer, Mikael Lustig, and I brought him in, and he was a superb player as well as a superb guy off the field. And obviously Henrik is a legend here, as Johan is as well. So I have a lot of respect for the Swedish person, the players, personalities, and obviously Swedish coaches as well.
You haven't missed the group phase in Europe since 2010. What doesn't this mean before these games here?
Sorry, what?
Celtic has not missed EuroLeague or Champions League since 2010. What does that mean for you before these games?
It means that we want to keep that run going, and prevail against AIK. I think, with it being early in the season, we're still maybe trying to hit top form, but I've seen enough in our team so far this season to know that we can play very, very well. We're a very dangerous side, and we need to show that again tomorrow night.
Do you think the landscape might look and feel significantly different in 10 days, 2 weeks' time?
Yeah. But it's not me that's creating the headlines or, shouting out the criticism. I'm very supportive of the players. I was after Cluj, and I'm very supportive of them after Dunfermline. And like I said, we've lost one game. I didn't think we deserved to lose it, but we did. So that's the harsh reality of the game. So we have to try and eradicate, the mistakes, the individual mistakes that we made, and keep focus on doing the right things, and keep the pressure on in big moments in the game. Can we keep a prolonged period of possession and pressure on AIK? Because that's what, when we do that at home, we're a very strong team.
Your goals and your mantra's been keep calm. Is that right?
Yeah. Why not? We're fine. We're absolutely fine. It's as if everyone else is out there, head down. We're not. We're bullish, and we're looking forward to the games.